Alright, I'm on hole number 6 of the Tropic Kings tournament and Monday's practice round in the rookie division. Alright, this hole right here, as the week goes on, this is the hole. This is the critical hole. This is the, for the most part, these holes you can play pretty, just go out there and play for the score, play for the eagle, play for the birdie, not try and pick anything up, and end up with a -12. This hole right here is the one that'll put you at that -13, and this is going to be the make or break hole that'll get you into the top 10, top 15 in your bracket if you can hit an eagle on this both times. And there's several different ways that you can go at it. So in one-on-one play a lot, just because you never know what kind of wind you're going to get, and I don't necessarily like to bring out a big ball when I'm playing one-on-one. I'll just hit through the trees. And more than likely I end up on the first cut of rough. And it's a very tricky shot, but I'm pretty good at it because I do it all the time. But for whatever reason, I don't seem to have the same success when I'm in tournaments. So I don't mind the shot hitting through the trees, and it's very, very rarely, maybe 1 out of 50, maybe 1 out of 100 times that the trees actually come into play where I hit a tree and I end up behind the tree. Normally you're in the clear and you're on the rough on the other side. And so that is a viable way to play this hole. You just have to understand that you're more than likely going to be taking your eagle shot from the rough. The other way to go at this hole is to come out here and try and get in this area so that you have this straight in shot, and this is going to be with your short iron, and it's a great shot for a hornet because you get a little bit of run up. The problem with this green is here's the flag, and the green looks like this. It's got tons of slope. So when you're coming in at it from this direction, you not only have to adjust for the wind, you also have to allow for the slope of the green because gravity is a factor. So when you hit it up here and the ball is going down the hill, it's not going to just go straight down the hill. What it's going to do is it's going to want to tend, gravity's going to take effect, and the pin's here, and it tends to pull the ball inside of the cup. So you have to allow for that. And while I feel very comfortable with my short iron, and I love shooting short iron shots, if you watch my videos, I'm always about trying to get in the short iron range. Because of how this green itself is set up, this is a very tough shot. So what I'm going to do is try and just get on the green at 1 by using this. And it's a very, very tricky shot to get up here. So first of all, you're going to have a club that's got, in my opinion, you need 4 backspin. If you don't have 4 backspin, you'll get on the green, but there's a good chance you're going to roll off onto the rough here and end up in the sand. And so I think if you're using an extra mile, you're looking at, you need like a level 6 extra mile or a level 3 Thor's hammer. But the rest of the drivers that are out there, you're going to have a hard time getting 4 backspin and being able to reach this distance. I'm going to shoot this with a katana, and I'm going to put on 4 backspin maximum, right hand side spin, and a little bit of curl to try and bring it around. And the ball guide's going to look like it's right on the transition between the sand and the rough right here. It looks like it's going to be a little bit short, but it actually hits a little downhill, so it's going to carry just a little farther than it is. So this is the hole right here as the week goes on that really is, if you mark any hole on here that you need to get an eagle, you need to work on as the week goes on, this is the critical hole in this tournament that's going to make or break a lot of people's rounds. Now there's a lot of tough holes in this tournament, but this hole right here is a hole that we absolutely have to work out a way to get an eagle. And theoretically, the only thing I'm going to need is my extra mile and a katana. So let's go check out hole number 6. Doing a little bit of a wind adjustment for about a 10% wind adjustment. Let's see what we got. See what kind of wind we have here. Traditionally, we have a little bit of tailwind moving to the left, and that's exactly what we got. Okay, so we're in this area down here. We're going to do 4 backspin and maximum right hand side spin. And you can see where it's set up there, where it's just on that transition. So I'm going to do a 2-6 adjustment, which is going to be 2 and just a little bit of a ring. And I'm not going to do the 10% right there. I'm going to see what it looks like. And then I'm going to put on a little bit of curl to bring it back towards the green. Oh, and I hit it great on the inside. And the grade on the inside, if I would have just clipped that, I'd have been fine. That's the shot. That's the shot right there. That was a piss poor execution of the shot. Now I can help myself out there when I set that up on where I put my ball, where I'm more towards the middle of this instead of up towards the top. I usually like to give myself a couple rings so that I can hit a grade on the inside and still make the shot. But where we're setting it up down here, you can tell it's right there on that on the yellow ring. And so anything great on the inside to the right is not going to help us. Now I'm not sure why they need to put overpower on this. Because your landing spot down there is so critical. Overpower is going to make it very inconsistent. That was a great execution, but ending up in that sand over there is you put the overpower on it, dude. Why are you mad at me? Alright, so we'll just lay it up out here. We really don't have any shot here of making it. But that's okay, it's a practice round. I'm going to move it over just a titch. I'm going to put all the curl on it, just see if I can bring it towards the hole. Hitting it perfect. Nice. Nice. It looked like I clipped one of those leaves on that tree. So this hole right here, as bad as that execution was, this hole right here, I feel pretty good about this hole. But it's going to take very good setup of the shot, and you'll have to hit this perfect. More than likely what you'll find yourself in is in the sand. You'll either miss it going forward and you'll end up in the sand, or you'll overshoot it and end up rolling into the sand like our opponent did. And so bring whatever you feel the most comfortable with as far as sand wedge. For me, I feel very comfortable shooting this type of shot with a Spitfire. It's very accurate. It has all the stuff I'm looking for. It has great ball guide. I'm going to miss this shot just because. Take the shot. We do not want to make our shots today. I made an eagle on the last hole accidentally. I wasn't thinking. Need to drop a few just so we make sure that we don't qualify. One of my teammates last tournament was messing around on Monday just trying to practice, and went out there and shot a 5 and figured, hey, the score we're looking for is a -14 or -12, and I shot a 5, and everybody else in his bracket was thinking the same thing, and he ended up qualifying with a -5. So that blew any shot at tiebreakers. So if you are using Monday as a practice round, you need to make sure that you do not qualify. All right, that was hole number 6. A poor execution of hole number 6, but that was hole number 6 of the Tropic Kings tournament in Monday's practice round of the Rookie Division. Thanks for watching.